Hello, LifeWave. It is great to be part of our LifeWave Connect Business webinar today on August 16th. I am so thrilled to be part of such an amazing organization with so many amazing people just like all of you. My name is Ryan Barson. I am the Senior Vice President of Sales here at LifeWave and one of the newer members of the LifeWave corporate team. And I can't tell you how excited I am to be part of such a phenomenal organization. This morning, as I was getting ready for this webinar, I started thinking just a little bit about my journey to get to LifeWave. Some of you who may have read the email introduction of me and the promotion for this particular webinar might have noticed that I've been in the industry for about 25 years. I've actually known about LifeWave for quite some time. And it was back in January of this year that David Schmidt reached out to me via LinkedIn, and that started a series of conversations. And fast forward about 6 months, now I am thrilled to be part of the LifeWave corporate team, and again, that I get to work with so many of you. Just a little bit more about me, just so you have a little bit of background. Yes, I have been in the industry for over 25 years. I've had the privilege of doing business in and working with brand partners, just like many of you, in over 60 countries on 6 continents. So I do have a little bit of experience. My favorite thing, honestly, is working with people like you. One of my other favorite things is attending events. Attending events just like one that we have coming up in the very near future, our global convention in Orlando, Florida, in the United States, coming up in October. I'm going to talk about that in just a little while. Love this industry, love everything about it, and love how we can help people to change their lives for the better, whether that's through amazing products like those here at LifeWave and the ones that David introduced to me in my very first conversation with him. He was kind enough to send a packet of these my direction. I absolutely loved it. And I am wearing them right now, have one on right here. So I love our products. They are making a difference in people's lives. And we have a phenomenal business opportunity as well, where we can change people's lives from that perspective also. I am particularly thrilled today to be joined on this call with an amazing individual, Senior Presidential Director, Andreh Davoudi. Andreh, I'm going to introduce him just for a second, and then he can do his own introduction. But I'm going to share a few things about him because I think he's pretty great. He and I had an opportunity to meet for the very first time last week. Again, I'm new to the LifeWave family, so it was just a week ago that we met. Andreh has over 20 years of network marketing experience. And after a couple of years away from the industry, he discovered LifeWave when a friend reached out to him with a personal health recommendation. Now, Andreh tried the patch for himself and he was impressed, and he went on to experience pretty significant improvements from his health, from the health side of things. And that's just phenomenal. I love hearing those kinds of stories. He joined LifeWave in July of 2022, so just over a year ago, and became Senior Presidential Director in June of 2023. Andreh cares a great deal about making connections both online and face-to-face. And in our LifeWave Connect webinar today, he's going to be connecting virtually, obviously, but I'm sure he's willing to connect face-to-face as well. So he's thrilled about that. We are excited to be here with each of you today. So Andreh, let's get us started. Would you introduce yourself? Tell everyone who's listening to today's webinar, give them a brief introduction. What your life was like before LifeWave and what it's like now, a brief overview of your background, and also how you joined the network marketing industry.
Sure. Thank you, Ryan, for having me. Thank you for LifeWave to give this opportunity to me to be here and talking to everyone. And thank you, all of you guys, that I know it's it's Thursday. Actually, it's Wednesday today, right?
It is Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. And, you guys are taking your time and coming at this time to listen to our conversation. So my name is Andreh Davoudi. As Ryan says, I'm from Glendale, California. I came to this country actually back in 1997 as a refugee. The reason was I was looking for a dream. I was looking for pursuing for my own ability, what I can do. But in that country that I was in, I couldn't do anything. So I knew that I can have better opportunity. That's why, they call this land of opportunity, right? So everybody wants to come here and be here. So I came here back in 1997, and my uncle, it was in San Jose, so I landed up over there. Pretty much, it was kind of like a old village kind of places. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't be here, and I need to be somewhere else. So I moved to Los Angeles pretty much in around 1999, and I got involved with um, selling parts for, part industry for the cars. And one day I was talking to this customer, came in, and she was talking to me. She says, you know what, I want to invite you to something you might, because we had conversation that, I just got to this country and what I want to do and all those things. So I guess she was a networker, and she saw the opportunity and potential in me. And I saw the potential of this great opportunity with networking. And I saw this is the way that I have to choose to get to my dream, because I love talking to people. I want to be interacted with the people, and do things together and be in a positive mindset of like-minded people. And I started back in 1999. And of course, I was in that industry since that time. But what I was trying to do, I was trying to educate myself more about how I can do better, how I can, get more involved and put my life in that way of, I should say, relationship marketing. So I got involved with different kind of companies, obviously, during that time. And back in 2000, I believe it was 2010 or 11, I stopped after another company that I was in. I stopped doing the networking because I couldn't see myself to be in competition or competing with my same people that they were in the different kind of companies and products and vitamins and like a CBD oil and things like that. And everybody, they were kind of like having this aggressive, it seems like, a fight with each other. So mine is better than yours is better than mine. So I couldn't be in that kind of environment. And I just step away a little bit to focus on something else, because thanks to networking, I got lots of other options and other connections with people that I could start doing other businesses, like traditional businesses, and growing my business because of the network. And until 2013 and 2019, I had to go through some, health challenges. And so I was in that situation during that time, which a good friend of mine, Linda Sanchez, after 7 years, she contacted me and she told me about this great product that David Schmidt created. And I said, you know what, I will give it a try and I will see what it is. And in reality, this product really changed my life. I mean, it just changed my life to the point that I can't be more happier than, I'm just telling you about these things. I can't be more happy than what I have in my hand and what I can do with this company. So the other thing was, the reason was I got involved with LifeWave was because of Dr. David Schmidt, because he is inventor, and I never saw a networking company that the owner is the inventor, is the, basically this product, it's his baby. And it's not something that he just, get it from the other people and trying to, start a company and see where we're going to end up. So, and the other one was the company was old enough for me to trust. And also the unique product that we have, that I don't need to compete with anyone, with my friends, but that they're in different kind of networks, and I have to talk to them, and I don't need to be in a competition with them and compare my product, say mine is better than yours. So I was separating myself, that I saw that I can separate myself with the rest of the people, and I can have something great in my hand to serve others. So that was that was the reason I believe I got more excited to get involved with LifeWave. And I believe LifeWave is a unique company that never, ever gonna see it anymore.
Andreh, I appreciate you sharing your story in that way. And you touched on a few things that are really important. And they're some of the same reasons that I decided to become part of the LifeWave family. Strong, stable company, run well. David Schmidt is an innovator in so many ways, and it's one of the reasons that I look up to him, and I'm grateful for him. Many of you who are watching this webinar right now have been with LifeWave for longer periods of time than Andreh and I have. And in fact, some of you, maybe from the very beginning, we appreciate you and your pioneering efforts that we get to stand on your shoulders in a way. Today's discussion, and Andreh, we're going to shift gears for just a second towards events. Today's discussion is about events and the power of events and how events can help you in your business building efforts. I remember the very first event that I attended in our industry. It was way back in the last millennium, if any of you can remember this. It was early 1999, if some of you can remember the 90s. And at that event, I remember feeling an energy and feeling people who wanted to connect with others, and they wanted to be part of something that was unlike anything else I had ever experienced. Being around a few thousand people who were all like-minded and wanted to make a difference in other people's lives, it was just amazing. So that was kind of my first event. And Andreh, you're new enough, you haven't been to one of our big events. But having said that, tell me a little bit about, in a broader sense, why are events important to you and to your story?
Well, Ryan, events, play a, crucial role in shaping your story by adding depth and meaning and progression, and they provide the backdrop for your experience, decisions, and interactions. So you can influence, the development of your characters and narrative. Events, can create opportunities for growth and challenges and change, driving the plot of forward and revealing your motivation, desires, and conflict. So they help to create a sense of, how should I say this, the sense of engagement, for your audience, allowing them to connect with your journey on a personal level and emphasize with your experience. In essence, event provide the building blocks that construct the unique tapestry of your story. So I believe that's pretty much what event does to me.
I love that. You've said a few things that really resonate with me. I remember a mentor of mine saying many, many years ago that leaders are made at events. And that is true on so many levels.
Yep.
We start to see people come to an event and they get to be around other like-minded people. And especially when they get to hear from other leaders, great leaders like many of you on this webinar today, and they look up and maybe they're getting recognized on stage for significant achievement. And that brand new person is sitting in that event and they're thinking to themselves, I want to be just like her,
yep,
or I want to be just like him, or I want that same recognition, or I want to feel the same way that so many of these people feel right now. Appreciate where you're coming from on that in a big way. Why are events, in your time here at LifeWave in a year, why are events important at LifeWave in your view?
At LifeWave, events hold significance, as they serve as catalysts for growth and learning and community building. These events provide opportunities, for members to gather, share knowledge, and connect with like-minded individuals, like, as you said, you see people, you see positive people. So you see like same-minded people, the growth of the people. So whether there are, conferences, seminars, workshop, or product launches, LifeWave events foster an environment for, personal and professional development. So they allow attendees to deepen their, understanding of, LifeWave product. So LifeWave services and the mission, while us also fostering a sense of belonging and among the participant. Ultimately events LifeWave contribute to building a supportive network. So as just helping like individual to grow in what are their missions are.
I love that you just said building a supportive network. A supportive network is such a critical part of everything that we do. When we get involved in an opportunity like LifeWave with these amazing products, we share it with other people, and there are ups and downs. And sometimes our days are more difficult than others. And sometimes the people with whom we share all things LifeWave, they say no, and sometimes those no's are not yet. And having that supportive network that you find and feel at an event is critical to help you get through the challenges, because the challenges are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of ups, but there's also going to be a few obstacles along the way. And having that supportive network is absolutely critical from that perspective.
Exactly.
In your business at LifeWave, how have our events made a difference in your business specifically?
Well, events can make significant difference in our business in several ways. Networking, learning, visibility, lead generating a lead for you, or getting some feedbacks, inspiration, problem solving. So I can name it, personal growth. All those things, it can happen, when you attend to the business, or what makes difference in my business. So networking, events provide opportunity, to connect with potential clients, partners, industry, experts. Building these relationships can open doors for collaboration and business growth. So there's lots of things, like I said, you can add to it. Learning, attending events, allow you to stay updated in industry trends, best practices and emerging technologies. This knowledge can give you a competitive edge and can help you to make informative decision for your businesses. Again, there's lots of things we can talk about it. So I believe those are the good points if you can put it together and use it for your business to make lots of difference. Like I said, lead generation, feedbacks, events provide a chance gather feedback directly from your target audience. They can help you understand their needs better and make necessary adjustments to their product and service and approach, and whatever it's going to help them out with that. So also with the personal growth, as we are talking about it, you got to have personal growth in this, because success, it's not something that it's easy to get. It's a hard work. You gotta be comfortable to be uncomfortable. That's what I'm trying to bring up. This points of view of basically how the events made difference in my business.
Some of the things that you're sharing, Andreh, as we go here in answer to our questions back and forth, are really making a difference for me personally. You're reminding me of things that maybe I had forgotten, or things that need to come back to the forefront in my own efforts. There's a saying, it's called network marketing, with an emphasis on the WORK, the work part of it. It does take work. It does take effort. And like everything else in our lives that's worthwhile, it takes effort and work. And attending those events where you get to, again, feel other people and the challenges that they've overcome, that can be inspiring to us as we go along. So that's a big one. I appreciate that. From an events perspective, what does it mean to you, Andreh, to build from event to event? What does it mean to build to impending events or build events from event to event?
Building event to event refers to strategy where you use the momentum, connections, and knowledge gained from one event to enhance your participant in subsequent events. So instead of treating each event as a standalone experience, you leverage the outcome of one event to improve your presence and outcomes at the next. So the approach could be involved again with network continuity, the knowledge accumulation, again back to the growth, the resource optimization, consistency and persistency. So the events creates another momentum for you to get another event, and people, when you keep them in a high excitement, if you don't keep going from the event to, even though the small event, I don't care if it's a home, gathering event. If you don't continue doing this, pretty much the people get, cold, and they start forgetting things. Sometimes when I said forget, people are forgetting about their dreams. So this comes to your personal business too. It doesn't matter, it's just not a networking things. This is in any businesses. You want to grow in a business. If you're a real estate agent, you're an insurance agent, I don't know what you're working for a company. Always they're having some events and after events and meetings. And why they're having meetings every week in a regular traditional business? Why they're having meetings? To keep people updated, keep excited. So keep them in the threshold that they can be the best at what they are doing.
I love that. As you were talking, again, had a number of ideas, and I'm looking at some of the comments that are happening as we're going here. And one in particular, Heidi, I'm going to zero in on your comment. Heidi Noel Miller, we haven't met yet, but you wrote, I have seen my personal growth expand expansively with being in a group event like August 2022 with over 58 new relationships and newly met leaders and customers. Love that. Opportunities to see and meet other people and to learn from them. And Andreh, you were talking about, it doesn't matter what kind of event, use that event to move to another event. And you even mentioned small events. As you were talking, I couldn't help but think about the definition of event. What is the definition of an event? In my mind, and maybe your definitions, all of you who are watching this webinar today, maybe they're a little bit different, but here's mine. Any time that one or more or two or more people are gathered together, that's an event for me. So what does that mean? That means that a one-on-one telephone call, an interaction over text or over social media, an in-home meeting. You talked about an in-home event, Andreh, as you were describing it. All of these are events. It could be small regional trainings. You gather your group together on a Zoom meeting. That is a powerful and can be a powerful event. And all of those leading up to, including some of our incentive trips, as well as our upcoming LifeWave convention. All of those events matter. And a patch party. I like that, Lauren. Thank you. I love the concept of patch party.
Yep.
But all of these events lead, if you leverage them in a way, you're talking about the next event all the time, you're building to something. You're creating, you use the word, Andreh, momentum. And momentum is critical. And we maintain that momentum when we're able to attend events and then build to the next event. I think of it in the context of something that I've shared with members of my team over the years, and that is live, share, and invite. That we're living in a way that people kind of want to be part of it, and you're sharing it in a way that people want to be a part of it. In fact, here's another way of putting that. Always be sharing LifeWave, and if necessary, use words. So you're living your life in a way that people want to know what's different, what's working for you. You've got an energy about you that no one's experienced before, or they haven't seen in you before, and then invite them to be part of it. and invite them to be part of it by attending some sort of an event, whether that's a patch party or what have you. They all work. Love that. All right, next question. Should brand partners at LifeWave attend every event that they can, including trainings?
Well, I know sometimes lots of people, they don't want to be in a training or events. They're saying the same thing. They're saying the same thing. And I always say that, listen, you might hear the same things every day, or you might hear the same talk that they're doing in Zoom every day. But sometimes you're missing some spot. Maybe you got distracted, phone call or something like that. But attending events, again, I'm going back to this, attending events for a brand partner, a new brand partner, including training session, can be highly beneficial for brand new partners in a business. I can tell you again some reason why events, especially training, sessions, can be really advantageous. So again, I'm going back to learning. So new partner can give valuable knowledge about the product, services and the business model. Training session can provide insight into effective strategies, for the sales, for techniques and best practices if they want. It could help with skill development. Events, often offer workshop and sessions designed to, enhance their skills, and such as communication, networking, sales, making better their the way that they want to present the product. These skills are crucial, for success in the business. Also, it could be, their networking, even can provide even the opportunities to connect with the fellow partners, mentors and industry professionals. Also, networking can, lead them to collaborations, support, potential, partnership. It could be for motivation, Ryan, understanding the company culture, recognition and awards. So, I can go on and on this one, but, those are the pretty much things that I can tell you about.
Well, I love all of those things. They all matter. And as we get closer to the end of our webinar today, I'm going to share a few of those. Events are so important because of the things that we learn and the things you mentioned it. Sometimes we miss things. Yep. If I'm brand new and my enroller just shared some information about LifeWave with me, I'm going to hear some of it, but I'm not going to remember all of it. And being able to attend the next event, whatever that event happens to be, will help fill in those gaps, give me the additional training. And importantly, one of the great things that I think comes from events that we do, whether it's a one-on-one or a bigger event like convention, is that it increases confidence and it increases our belief. Mm-hmm. That when we learn a little bit more, we know a little bit more, we see that other people are going through the same things we are, it increases our confidence and our belief as we move along. Andreh, in my time here, and perhaps in yours as well, you and I have both been here for a short period of time, although you're a veteran compared to me. We both know that there are people who have been with LifeWave for 19 years. And next year, we get to celebrate 20 years at LifeWave. We've got great things coming and great things planned for that. But for those who have been with LifeWave for that long, they've been there for a long time. We've got these great seasoned leaders, top leaders, people who have been here for well over a decade. Should seasoned leaders continue to attend meetings?
100%. So I believe seasoned leaders, they have to stay updated. They have to get more knowledge, and exchange their knowledge. So seasoned leaders can still benefit from attending events, of course, although their approach, might be different from that of newcomers. Here are reason that I can tell you the seasoned leaders should consider attending any events, because people that are looking at you, you are the one that you take the responsibility. When you're sponsoring a person, Ryan, to me, it's a responsibility, and you have to be updated. So even experienced leaders, need to stay current with the industry trends, new technology, and market changes. Events provide platform, to learn about these developments, the new things is coming up. So events also offer opportunities to connect. Again, I'm going back to this. It's connecting with the leaders, potential partners, in the industry experts. So knowledge exchange, sharing experience and insights with other leaders can lead to valuable knowledge exchange and help refine strategies, because now you're in this company that you got all these challenges, you learn about everything, and you can lead, you can teach your team to not do the mistakes that you have done. So all we learn, it's by attending to the events. And I'm telling you, we're emphasizing this a lot, because lots of people, they're thinking they're just coming to the networking and they need to be attending 1 or 2 meetings, and because they were in the industry for a long time, they know everything.
Andre, I think we lost you. Well, I'm going to pick up where Andre has left off just for a moment. Here's the great thing about events like this. Sometimes there are technical difficulties, and perhaps today is one of those times. It's a good event when there's some sort of technical difficulty, and it's living proof that, if we can do this, anybody can do this. So while Andre is hopefully getting back on in just a few minutes, one of the things I'll share is he said a couple of important things. He said leadership is a responsibility. I love where he's coming from on that it is a responsibility. And so members of our team, we have a responsibility to members of our team to help them, to support them, and to help them to grow in their LifeWave journey and all that they're doing. So attending those events and being updated and knowing what's going on is absolutely important. I'm going to take those words from that Andre shared just for a second and turn them just a tiny bit. In a former office of mine, I used to have the words in vinyl letters right by my desk, big vinyl letters. It said, leadership is example. And I absolutely love that. It is example. It's not that you're always, it's not an example. Leadership is example. Everything that you do, people see. Everything that you say, people in your organization will see. And if we want to be the most effective leaders that we can be, it comes down to leading by example. Leadership truly is example, and it is a responsibility. By the way, Victoria, so I glanced over at one of the comments here. Thank you for your comment. She said, I love that our online LifeWave events are perfectly imperfect. I could not agree with you more. Again, sometimes things happen. People hop off or drop off, or we lose something. It's part of the deal, and it's okay. So we keep going. Andre, I saw you there again for a second. Are you back by chance? Well, until I hear him and he interrupts me, I'm going to keep sharing just a couple of additional concepts real quick here. As I think about events and the importance of events, we've talked a little bit about why we attend events, and that the brand new person and the seasoned networker, we all have an opportunity to attend events, and these events matter and they're important, and going to them matters. Let's get good at promoting our upcoming events, not just informing, but promoting. And we create opportunities for people when we give them reasons why they can't miss an upcoming event. For example, why would we want to attend an event like our upcoming convention? One, recognition. We want to recognize all of you for your outstanding achievements, whatever those might be, whether you're a brand new brand partner with LifeWave, or you are someone who is, again, that seasoned leader who relatively recently reached senior presidential director and everything in between. We want to make sure we are recognizing you for your achievements. And at our upcoming event in October, I am particularly excited about it because I get to have a significant hand in the recognition segments. And so some of you may have an opportunity to walk across the stage and give me a high five as you're going across. We want to make that the biggest possible deal that we can make it for each and every one of you. Why else do we do these events? There's leadership training. And Andreh talked a little bit about leadership training in some of his comments. Leadership training, there's product training, an opportunity to connect with other people. There's networking and relationship building. For most of my career, I've always kind of thought that our industry might be misnamed just a little bit.
Ryan, can you hear me?
I can. Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Oh my God. I don't know what happened. Our electricity was gone and come.
No worries. I'll come back to you in just a second, Andreh. So there's opportunities for networking. I have always kind of felt like our industry is misnamed. I've always kind of thought that maybe relationship marketing would be a little bit better than network marketing. Network marketing is an apt description, but it's about building relationships. We are in a people business and helping people to become better people along the way. And as we build those networks and those opportunities, it can be absolutely tremendous. There's opportunities for team building. What do I mean by that? Well, you're gathering together with your team. I've known leaders in our business over the years who, as they build, they're building a little bit online. They connect with people who are maybe outside of their home country or their home state or home province. And sometimes when they gather together at a big event like our upcoming convention, they get to meet some of their team members for the first time in person. So that can be a tremendous opportunity. No worries, Andreh, you're good. I'm going to come back to you in just a second. And the last one, Andreh mentioned in his last comment, he said personal growth. There are opportunities for personal growth at these events. We get stretched a little bit. We get to see other people and see what they're doing and understand where they're coming from and what they've overcome and what they've accomplished. And we start to think, you know what? I can do that too. All right, Andreh, one last question for you today, and then we're going to be nearing the end of our webinar. In your view, why should LifeWave brand partners attend our upcoming convention in October?
First of all, I want to say sorry. I don't know what happened. Our electricity was gone and coming and going. I'm like, okay, thanks. At this time, I have to have the Zoom, and you guys need to play with the keys. So I need to call the Department of the Water and Power and complain. But I'm just gonna answer that one. So I believe the convention, offers lots of training to us, and why we need to attend to LifeWave, October event. It brings the people together. It brings the momentum, the excitement. Sometimes, like as you said, I was hearing it brings the beliefs back, and the trust. There's a lots of things happening when you're attending to a big convention like that, and you feel that you're part of it. And the biggest thing that I always said, maybe you didn't have hope with anything that you have done, or you were attending to like different kind of things, or somebody approached you with the event, or even though with the opportunity. But when you be in a place to see that there is thousands of people gathering together and they're celebrating, and they have one mission, and the mission is better health and wealth, and you get the hope over there. So the hope that you're getting from that excitement, it makes a big difference. And then recognition, awards, convention often includes ceremonies where to perform, performers and achievers, are recognizing and celebrating and having fun and high five. And like I said, when that person, the first time that took me to this place back in 1999, I think we were talking about that, Ryan. I opened the door, I walked in, nobody knew me, but everybody, they were high-fiving me. And I'm like, what's going on here? I mean, nobody knows me, but they're giving the high five. And I saw that positive things that we can create when you get together. It seems like that you're listening to this music and you love the music, you just love the music. But when you go to the concert and that, you listen live and people are jumping up and down, you're like, wow, it seems like I never heard this music before. It's my first time I'm listening. So events, it's very, very important. And I know sometimes people, they say, well, it's costing me money to go there. You know what? It costs you a lot of money to go to college and learn something. It's costing you money to start your own business. It's costing you everything to do something. But sometimes people, they take this wrong way. They're thinking that, small investment, it's not going to take them anywhere. And this events will show you that events, it's not just only about the small investment, it's about the investment in yourself.
I love that comment, and I appreciate you using the word investment here. There are costs. There's cost to everything in our lives. There's also a cost to not attending an event. You might miss out on things that you would only get at an event like what we have coming up. And we encourage every single one of you to attend in person where possible. Attending that in-person event you get to feel the music, not just hear it. You get to feel it. You get to feel everything that LifeWave is all about. And that is tremendous. It's not a cost, it's an investment. And an investment in your future and your team's future, the people that you have who have joined you in your LifeWave journey. And I'll come back to something I said at the beginning of this webinar. Leaders are made at events. And if you want to go to the next level, go to the next event, whatever that event may be. There's a number of events coming up this weekend. In fact, I'm attending one in California. Some of our team members are attending one in Florida. There are events happening in other parts of the world. I'll be attending one in Italy at the first part of September. So there's events all over our Asia Pacific region as well. And the point is, there are events. Be at your events, be at the next event, attend the next event, be where you can. Andreh, is there any final words that you'd like to share about the importance of events in your business?
Well, all I can tell you is this, that until you don't drag yourself to the event, you cannot drag anybody else to the event. People, they have to see you there. And that's what happened to me. When I started back in the company, which is, I'm not going to bring the name, I was going to that company for, maybe I can tell you, for the 4 months alone, even though I was offering people, I'm driving, I'm putting the gas, just come with me. Just people, they couldn't make it, or they didn't want to make it. But I was dragging myself alone to that event to learn, because the self-education.
Oh, Andreh, we lost you again. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, perfectly imperfect events. And here's another example of that. If I could just take what Andreh was saying and maybe finish us out today. My final words for you today in today's LifeWave Connect webinar, it's simple. It's, oh, you're back. Okay, finish up.
Yes, sorry guys. So
that's okay.
When I drag myself to the event and I learn and I educate myself, and I start learning from others, how should I approach? What should I do? How can I grow my business? That helped me not only in my networking, but in my other businesses. I do real estate, I do mortgage, industry. I have a construction company, and that networking teach me that I have to be consistent and persistent, and I have to attend. I have to be there. I have to learn so I can duplicate myself. If I want to grow in my business, I have to duplicate myself. So the duplicate comes from the system. Personality cannot be duplicated, but obviously the system can duplicate it. Where are you going to learn this stuff? From the event. So it's very important, if you can attend to event, invest in yourself and be there and learn, and also be there and say, no, it's not for me, but at least join us, join our community, learn why we are so excited about this line of business, and you're going to be excited about that part too. So it helped me a lot.
Love it. Andreh, thank you so much for joining us today. Couple of final thoughts. You have to be there at our next event. The next big event is our Heart to Heart convention in Orlando, Florida, October 12th, 13th, and 14th. Please join us. We're going home to my home state of Florida, and we would love to see you there. Love to see you at any of our upcoming events. We have a big tour coming up in Canada as well in the not too distant future. We're excited about that. There's events all over. Be at the next event. Find an event near you, go. Drag your people with you. Call them on the phone and say, I will come pick you up and I will take you to the next event. You do not want to miss it. Get good at promoting the next event, not just talking about it. And Andreh, my final thought is going to be something you said. I'm going to repeat it, but put a little twist on it. If you are persistent, ladies and gentlemen, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. So I'll just repeat that real quick. If you're persistent, you will get it. And if you are consistent, you will keep it. We want to help you get there. We want to help you be successful. One of the best ways to do that is by helping you to see the value associated with events. Be there, bring your people, bring those that you know, bring even those people who aren't part of LifeWave yet, and help them to see what we offer and what LifeWave is all about. Until our next LifeWave Connect Business webinar, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you then. I can't wait for that event. But until then, hope to see you at one of our upcoming live events. And for Andreh and for myself and for the rest of the LifeWave team, have a great rest of your week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Ryan.